I just want to make a straight to the point video of Democrats these days and why they are actually not just weird but creepy. So here's one saying he's basically laughing that small business owners in America are being fined absurd amounts, millions, which for a small business, those people are going to go out of business if they have to pay something like that. And he's laughing. Meanwhile, these same people are now saying before January 6th, they were burning flags and saying America was never great. But now they're saying they're the patriots. It's because they have no morals, no principles. They just blow with the wind. They go with whatever is popular, whatever they're told to. Okay, here's another one. You know how Democrats were saying that they're for the poor and the minimum wage should be raised and all this? Okay, now they are saying the economy's doing great and you just need to pull up your bootstraps just so they can say, haha, my team's winning. Now they are going against the poor in what they stood for before. They blow with the wind. They go with whatever is popular. There's another comment, I've been seeing a lot of those same comments. Okay, I found the other one, and they have a Ukraine flag. How surprising. So there's TikTok about how burritos used to be cheaper or something. And they're saying, if you're poor, say so next time. So once again, they were for the poor and raise the minimum wage and all that. Now they're the opposite of that. Here's one. Remember back when in 2020 how they were saying Trump is awful because he wants to keep the country open. Okay, now they're saying Trump is the one that closed Republicans were the ones that closed down businesses. These people, man. Oh, look, he called me a traitor because, I called him out on what I just said about the closing down things, and he called me a buzzword. It's because they're programmed. Google Yuri Bezmenov. He says something like he talks about these people decades before they became prominent. They're programmed to respond to certain things and act certain ways. And anyways, he called me a buzzword, a traitor, because some stupid crap on CNN by just a retard that needs on CNN, like all those people that are anchors and stuff, like baseball bat and like on the ground something needs to be leaking out of their I'm talking about juice boxes anyways. See, a lot of people don't see the world like I see it. Like, that's an awful thing to say. You're weak, and that's why we're here. Anyways, I'm talking about juice boxes. Okay, here's a crazy one. So, there's talking about how numbers are dropping on Twitter since Elon bought it, and I doubt it, but here's, either way. This guy says, I'm using Twitter now more than ever since Elon took over. And this Democrat that uses Twitter as well. Funny, I find myself thinking you're a loser. Now that is just a extreme response. Like, you use it yourself, you're using it to post that dumb response right now, Michelle. So, that is just a weird response, like a robotic, automated response. I mean, it's a real person, it's a Democrat. It's these people they're nuts. Here's another one, funny, I find, is the same guy, but a different response to him. Then you support hate speech and disinformation. So basically, they're saying, well, since Elon Musk supports freedom, then you must, for supporting Elon and Twitter, you must support hate speech and disinformation. So they call themselves the anti-fascists, anti-Nazis, whatever, but they want to control people. Here's one I just found, speaking of controlling. Oh boy. We're gonna put anything we want in you. Yep. I mean, these people are creepy. I think I showed you enough. Now here's my response. I think the Democrat Party has changed in the past 15 years. I think the same people that were over there, some people are still there and still Democrat, but they're not vocal like those people on Twitter or whatever very much. And they don't really think about politics much. The other people have shifted to independent, some maybe even Republican. Not that Republican, especially the ones in Washington, they're all on the same team of these globalist, evil billionaires. It's funny how the Democrats say they're for the people. You know, the rich need to pay their fair share, but yet they are supportive of these billionaires and these rich, corrupt people. It's just a funny thing. But anyways, yeah, most of the sane Democrats have moved on. And I think what happened is smartphones and the internet became a big thing around 2012. And isn't that weird? People say things started getting weird, and some people say the Mandela effect, and we crossed over into some portal. I think the answer is much simpler, and it's the internet and smartphones. It made morons, a lot of them being Democrats, have a voice, and, you know, they've taken over. I feel there's a normalization of being hostile with each other due to people being chronically on the internet, because, well, there's a lack of what community used to be. But for the Democrats, I feel like what we see now in the Democrat Party is these people getting together on the internet in their safe spaces. Like that one person said, oh, so you support hate speech. See, these people are mad because they used to go on Twitter and go into their little hug boxes, and they don't really talk and spread information. When they're presented with new information, they block that person, or that person gets banned and it never really circulates anyway. So these Democrats, I just feel like they're not the Democrats that there were 20 years ago. I'm sure there were a lot of them, but 20 years ago in the party, but there's a lot more of them now because I feel like people that would have never been involved in politics or the Democrat Party back then before the internet and smartphones are now there because a lot of them are mentally ill and they go on the internet and they have a space now where they can discuss. It's kind of like how they hate Trump. They don't actually hate Trump. They're mentally ill, and instead of back then bottling it up, they can now go online or whatever, and they have a personal punching bag, and his name is Trump, or the Republicans or whatever. So basically what I'm saying is that's why the Democrat Party is so messed up now, because people seeing a way to reach out to other people that are mentally ill through the Democrat Party, they see that gateway that is the internet, smartphones, social media sites, and so they flooded the Democrat Party. And now we have Aunt Jemima gone. I'm being serious. Just all these weird movements and crap. They say Republicans are book banners for wanting CP. What is that book called? Genderqueer. It's literally CP. Child. Well, you get it. And I feel like the Democrat Party, the ones in Washington, the non-citizens, like, and these corporations, they're actually they're responsible partly for gathering these mentally ill into the Democrat Party so they can weaponize them. Because those pictures that I showed you, these people, you can make them do anything. You could probably tell them tomorrow that JEWs are bad and they need to be what happened decades ago. And they'd be like, oh, you know what? If it's the popular thing to do, we need to get rid of them. Like, you could program these people to do anything. So, like that one person that said, haha, we're gonna put whatever we want in your body, vaccinate you. See, it's for the greater good, that's what they're told. And it's really, it's scary. So, just,